Hi, everyone. Welcome to Facebook Live at 4 o'clock. This session is on experiencing innovation and entrepreneurial leadership. And it's really about attitude. And here's what I love about innovation and entrepreneurial leadership, entrepreneurs, innovators, is I love that they have an amazing positive attitude. There's no way that they can't have one to even begin to take this very amazing progress in their career, in their successes, in their life, in their work, whatever it may be, in their athletics. I don't know what happened there, folks. I apologize. In their athletics, whatever it may be at work. And it's you just in innovation, entrepreneurial leadership, being an entrepreneur and innovator, you better have a positive attitude. And guess what? You already do. And that's what I love about working, helping these types of individuals. And so, what could we do to teach the best attitude? Because, yes, although we do have a positive attitude, we always are wanting to go a little further, teach the best attitude. So, how do we do that? How do we teach that best attitude? Well, we know that in my human performance life and organizational breakthroughs model, Paragon model, that at the top of the pyramid is your intrinsic relationship between your motivation and inspiration, and that's what controls your attitude. So instead of saying attitude is what determines someone's success or their failures or their lack of success, stop dumping it on attitude and giving all the credit to attitude, whether it's positive or negative. Realize that motivation, the intrinsic relationship between motivation and inspiration, is what controls attitude. Your intrinsic relationship between your motivation and inspiration controls attitude. And so you could ask one question to help you put yourself in a positive attitude. What is your focus best vision? So it doesn't matter what it is that you're doing, working on a project, meeting with a client, playing a tennis match, a basketball game, a soccer match, football game. Each time you're about to go and accomplish something, you should be mentally asking yourself, what is your focus best vision, so that it can put you into the right positive attitude. And I guarantee you those times when you do this automatically already. You already do this. It's just that sometimes when the attitude may be getting in the way or dragging, you need this tool. So you need to learn this tool and apply this tool. And when you do that, then you'll see that you're able to control your positive attitude. And so obviously in innovation and entrepreneurial leadership, being an entrepreneur and innovator, well, obviously you have a focused best vision. That's what got you started. There was something that ignited you, that burned in your belly, that just produced these endorphins or whatever it may be, that said, wow, we could do so much better. I could do this to really help these people or work with these people, assist these people, whatever it may be. Or what we have currently is a mess. We can do so much better, and nobody's doing anything. It's either a strategic mess, or it's a systemic mess, or whatever it may be, or the process is a mess now. It was good at one time, but now it's not good. All of these things are what drives entrepreneurs, right? And so they all have this focused best vision, but as they go along, what they realize is that as they progress, that something happens that they didn't envision, because they can't predict the future necessarily. Sure, to a certain extent they can, but they can't predict what the other person's going to do. And so they have to form the right team and the right people and bring in the support services and all of those things, right? And the right vendors, the right partners, etc. And so that's when you start to realize that having that positive attitude is really essential, because those are things that are unknown. You're in unknown or uncertain territory, but what you do is you have the tools, and each time you come up to something, either whether it's a success that's going to take you forward, or it's something that's, keeping you stuck maybe, or not progressing. And ask yourself, what is your focus best vision? And then as you do that each time, and as you progress, then you'll see that you have that positive attitude, so that right attitude. So a Hall of Fame speaker by the name of Keith Harrell used to go around speaking to all sorts of people throughout the world, throughout the country, on positive attitude, the importance of a positive attitude. And he would say there's only two types of attitude, either a positive attitude or a negative attitude. And so obviously he recommended a positive attitude. Now, if you weren't fortunate to see Keith Harrell and learn this, and learned examples and how to apply this, well, that's the reason that I'm putting this video together. So you can have a tool, a concept that you can use in your mind to show you that, stop being too hard on yourself or hard on someone else, and say, hey, it's all about attitude. The reason, I've heard people, and I don't like it, someone's trying to recover from an illness, or they're trying to progress in their work, in their job, in their family, and so people will be talking about it. Maybe they gossip. I don't know what they do. And they'll say something like, well, it's their attitude. If it's something negative, right? It's their attitude. And sometimes if it's positive, they'll say attitude. But, what that person really wants, okay, whether it's you yourself in your situation, or you're, supervising somebody, or helping somebody, or working with somebody, a colleague, whatever it may be, coaching someone, they are wanting to be recognized more than for their positive attitude when they succeed, or have a success, or make an accomplishment, or a breakthrough. They're wanting some type of recognition, a compliment, pay them a compliment, or something that says, you can go further, and that's amazing. See how much, you've gotten this far. Guess what? You can go further. It's just that they need the tools, and they need the concepts and the learning, and they'll apply that learning, and the right support system, and the right support services. So my point is to stop dumping everything on attitude when things don't work out right. That person recovering in the hospital, or recovering at home, who has an illness, well, there's a reason there's doctors, specialists, counselors, people like me, mental performance and life consultants and coaches, organizational performance breakthroughs. All these kinds of people are available, professionals and experts, because it's a lot more than attitude. The only reason people dump it on attitude is because they don't have the skill to recognize that. And that's why in my model, and that's why in this video, I'm giving you a tool. It's absolutely free. You just need to apply it. And then as you do apply it, for each instance, each scenario, whatever you do, what is your focus best vision? Could be on a project, could be when you're playing music, could be in your family before you go to dinner. You want to take that whole environment at dinner to a whole new best level, or it could be when you're playing tennis, and you just want to know before you're about to serve, that what's your focus best vision for this serve? Are you going to go out wide? Are you going to go down the tee? Are you going to go into the body? Are you going to kick serve? What are you going to do? Do you have that focus best vision? Because as you do have that, you will have that positive attitude automatically. And so remember, your intrinsic relationship between your motivation and inspiration controls your positive attitude. And please stop dumping everything on attitude, or dumping it on behavior. That's not it at all. Now, if somebody's not succeeding, and you think, and it's easy to say it's their attitude, stop it. Don't say it's their attitude. That's their way of reaching out to you without them asking for help or communicating with you. Maybe they think that you'll get mad at them. I don't know. I mean, we all have been in those situations. Well, if I ask him, maybe I'm supposed to know this already, or whatever it may be. Stop that. That's nonsense. You're supposed to be on the same team. You're supposed to be coaching, or be colleagues, or be friends, or be family members, or be working on the same project, whatever it may be. You do this, and you'll see such a huge difference, and you'll really recognize how this makes such a huge difference. How much of a big difference this makes. Okay, so don't dump it on attitude, don't dump it on behavior. Sure, that's just the way of people and us. And thankfully, there's a lot of mature, intelligent, nice people out there who can recognize that this person is just needing some additional support, help, and to work with them. And here's that one tool that can do it. What is your focused best vision? And when you know that, that will automatically put you in the best attitude. Now, in innovation and entrepreneurial leaderships, innovators and entrepreneurial leaders or entrepreneurs, they have this tremendously. However, times can get tough. There can be some real obstacles and challenges, some bureaucracy, things of that nature. And that's when you need to apply and use this tool, right? That's when you need to apply and use this tool. So that's what I have for you today, okay, on attitude and why it's important to teach the best attitude. And the way you teach the best attitude is simply by using my tool or my concept of what is your intrinsic relationship between your motivation and inspiration. And in other words, to help and work with that person or with yourself, ask yourself or that person, what is your focused best vision each time they're about to go about doing something? And you'll see a huge, significant outlook on what you're perceiving and what they're perceiving as what the challenges are and how their attitude, whether you're right or wrong, and most of the times you're wrong, it's not really what's getting in their way, and it's not their behavior that's really getting in their way. So it's a little bit counterintuitive, but what I'm saying is go towards the positive. So now you have a tool, you learned it, go out there and apply it. Apply it. That's the only way that you can build and grow from it. And keep applying it, because each time you apply it, your focused best vision and your positive attitude is going to build and grow itself. And that's when you'll start doing great things. You'll forward your consciousness, you'll forward your accomplishments, you'll forward your successes and your breakthroughs. I hope you have a meaningful trigger for this evening. I know I do. I'll be reffing soccer tonight, so I'm excited about that. I act like it's their World Cup because these guys out there, they're very competitive, and it is actually their World Cup because, you know, I'm sure a lot of them dreamed of doing that one day and they didn't quite get there, but obviously they have other dreams that came true. And it's a lot of fun, and it's great exercise, and that's just the right mindset for me to take a look at it. And to really understand the significance of what we're doing out there. There's a lot of reasons people are out there. And this is one of the biggest reasons, is that they're really living as adults their childhood dreams. So it'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. And I hope you have a meaningful trigger this evening. If you have something here that's resonated with you, contact me. You can contact me at 864-569-2315. Raj at rajgavrola.com by email, visit my website, whatever it may be. Most importantly, maybe is actually use this and teach it to somebody, or tell somebody, or share it with somebody, send them the video, whatever it may be, because this is just one area that's huge. And I've seen, like I said, what I don't like is seeing people dump it on attitude and behavior when someone's sick and they're trying to recover, or they're trying to progress in their work, in their athletics, in their family, and whatever it is in their life. And instead of being supportive and helping them or working with them, what people do, you know what they do? They say simply, oh, it's because of their attitude, their behavior, and they walk away. Well, that's not helping anybody, and that's not supporting them, and that's not helping you either, because you need to learn this skill, because in order for you to move forward in whatever you want to do, you're going to need to learn this skill hugely, because that's really what leadership is about. That's what parenting is about. That's what coaching is about. That's what being a teammate is about. That's what being a colleague is about. It's all about this. And this will totally make everything better in your culture, in your environment, and the way you work. And just teach this concept, this tool to someone. Thank you for joining tonight. I hope you have a meaningful trigger. I'll see you Thursday. for more sessions. This is Raj Gavrola. Have a good evening.